Hi, this is Ken, out here on a beautiful Saturday afternoon, about to hopefully demonstrate to you an idea that I came up with that could change the entire droning industry. Well, as far as DJI is concerned. But first, it's Ken again. So last night I'm at home, just hanging out with my puppy. Here's my puppy. And I heard a noise coming from the other room. It sounded like a whimpering, a light sobbing. I went to investigate. Turns out it was my old pal, Phantom 3. It was crying because I hadn't played with it in a while. And as luck would have it, I've been watching a lot of those Typhoon H demonstration videos on YouTube, and they were mentioning how awesome it is to have 6 propellers. And they had a good point about the redundancy of having more than just 4 blades. So I got to thinking, and I scratched my head, as cartoons do when they think. If the unique Typhoon H can safely land with just 5 propellers still working, what if DJI programmed it so that if one propeller went out, it took out the propeller directly across from it? And then maybe that way it could, in an emergency, safely glide down to the ground. Now I know what you're thinking. The propeller across from each other, they turn in the same direction, so that could maybe mess things up. But will it really? And so that's why I'm out here. I'm going to remove 2 propellers and try to take off and see what happens. 1, 2. So now I'm thinking, will the software even let me take off? Does it somehow know it only has 2 propellers attached? My God, could it crash into the pond behind us? Oh. Let's find out, shall we? Oh, and I'm gonna try to record the screen for you too, so you can see that there's no shenanigans happening. All right, here we go. I've already done the compass spinny spin thing that you do. Everything good so far. Let's see what happens. I think I'm gonna do the manual takeoff instead of the automatic. Maybe I shouldn't be this close to it. Maybe it'll roll over and lop my head clean off. Well, I just don't know. Who knows? Let's find out. Oh, okay. There's no going back. Yep. Yepper. And it says motor obstructed, of course, because the ground is a good obstructor of motors. Well, that was exciting and a little scary. Now let's see if it has any actual pull. I'm going to launch it from my hand. It's not going to fly, of course. I'm just going to see if there's any pull to it. Okay. All right. Here we go. It's got a little bit of pull to it. Try not to let go. You know, it does have a good bit of pull to it. I'm optimistic. It wants to spin, definitely, but it definitely wants to go up as well. So, I mean, in a dire emergency, if the choice is crash and burn or spin and crash slightly less hard, as far as experiments go, I think this was a success. It showed that it's better to spin and gently go down to the ground than just like a rock. There might be something to this 2 propeller redundancy DJI thing. Let them know, and let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and as far as I'm concerned, I won't be flying with just 2 propellers any moo. A lot of you have been asking, what do I do for a living? Well, I work at a radio station, and it's a country format, and I'll prove it now by showing you our station vehicle. Yeah, it's a van, but it's a cow too. There was another van that was just like this. It was a little bit older. A drunk driver pulled out in front of me and I almost died in it. But luckily, the cow had airbags. Isn't this just a wonderful thing? And I've heard it even makes some people horny. Don't you just love prop comedy? This video is brought to you by the WizBox. No, not that WizBox. This WizBox. This is a mini PC, and it's really cool. This is the WizBox AI mini PC from Ace PC. And apparently it uses AI engines to increase the CPU performance up to 70%. What does that mean? I don't know. That's why I got a computer expert.
It's a 16-core, 22-thread computer using a Meteor Lake technology, and it has a 2.5 gigabyte LAN, Wi-Fi 7, Bluetooth 5.4. It has the ability to do triple display compatibility or capability. I mean, it's a multitasking device best used for like business or productivity environments.
Okay, what about gaming? Gaming.
Well, they do say that it has lightning fast performance with this AI technology, and that it's supposed to be capable of doing games.
Okay, so we're going to run a bench test. This is called Heron. Tell us what this is going to be doing for us.
Heron is a speed test program made by the people who do the Unreal gaming engine. It's a way to test to see how the performance of your system for gaming.
I'm recording this with a camera, not a screen recorder, so it doesn't take any performance away. I'm seeing a little bit of jitteriness.
It shows that if you're going to be playing AAA games on this thing, that it may not have the horsepower to run some AAA games.
Let's compare it to something like my laptop. I can see the difference here as I put them side by side. What's the advantage of the WizBox over the laptop or any other computer other than its small form factor?
It would be appealing for those people that just either one, don't have space, or don't like a desk that's cluttered with computers.
And here's the price comparison between the WizBox and my Alienware laptop.
Yeah, the WizBox is less expensive.
Yeah.
It's an excellent little machine. I mean, you're not going to be, running up against Alienware or, full-size dedicated gaming systems with it.
You're not going to you're not going to mine Bitcoin with this thing.
No, you're not going to mine Bitcoin. But the thing is that you could play older video games on this that are classic video games that people enjoy playing and probably get very suitable performance out of it. So it's not that there's anything bad about the computer. It is just you need to make sure that when you buy it, you're buying it because you have a specific idea in mind of what you're going to do with it.
It's a fantastic little PC for under $1,000, and I will put a link in the description.